It's Rap Life. We're here every week to have some great conversations with some of the biggest artists from the Rap Life playlist. Today, A Boogie wit da Hoodie. The Bronx Zone is joining us right here on Rap Life. Ladies and gentlemen, we are sitting with the artist, named artist, but we know him as A Boogie wit da Hoodie. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man, what's going on?
How are you, man? New album out.
Hell yeah, man, it's over.
If you are a fan of A Boogie, but you don't know the whole play, Artist 2.0 dropped on the same day, February 14th, that your first project dropped.
I'm trying to keep it a tradition, you know, keep it in the family. I feel like if I don't drop artists on Valentine's Day, it's like, it don't even make sense no more.
Tell me, like meaning you gotta hit the deadline for your own like work ethic.
Exactly,
and
like no matter what nobody thinks. It was even people telling me like, yeah, drop next week. I'm like, nah, if it's not even a Friday, I'm dropping.
Right.
You feel me? Like, it's up to that, like, I ain't with it. I'm letting this go Valentine's Day, even artistry. Even if it's not next year, the next year after that. Valentine's Day, whatever day it is.
So on here, there is a lot of love songs on here too, and not just love relationship, you know, with a woman, but your love of, you know, where you come from, your love of your boys that's not able to enjoy this moment in time.
Those songs come from just having conversations with people that's incarcerated and just like putting yourself in their shoes and just like thinking like, damn. Because when I'm talking to them, it's like, I don't want to tell them about all this good stuff that's going on in my life and they just thinking about it all the time when they could just like think the other way and really just be in there. So just act like, for me, the other world is invisible and do your time and get up out of here. By the time you get back, you in the land.
Some of them want to hear it though. They want to live through you though.
Yeah, that's how my man V12 was just like that. I told him too, man, I hate talking to you, tell you all this good shit that be going on. And you know, man, I don't give a on it, all that shit. So
Yeah.
I be talking to him on some regular shit though.
We got to get into King of My City. I've seen what the A Boogie movement is from, you know, you performing at high schools in the Bronx.
Yeah.
You know, but now here we are, multiple mixtapes, 3 albums later. You know, I see what it is when you hit that stage in New York City.
Yeah, it's different now. It's still it's still a growing process though. The scenery is still going on. Like, I'm still learning how to master that stage, and it's like people are looking at it like, oh, you did it. I did it now. I did that part. Now it's on to the next part. There's more goals in life for that for me.
Is that hard for you to stop and you know, appreciate your achievements?
Nah, it's not hard for me to stop and appreciate because I don't need to. You don't need that long to sit down and just appreciate yourself. Just pat yourself on the back real quick and keep on moving for me.
And has your mom, she been able to enjoy it?
My mom, man, she enjoying the hell out of this. My mom, my dad, they living it right now, and that's what I wanna do. Just make my family happy and just set out that route. You feel me?
You got, what, 20 records on here. I noticed the flow of the album. The album starts with Thug Love and Cinderella Story. With Cinderella Story, you do in kind of 2 parts, right? Where there's a part of your story where you're talking about where you come from.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, is a Cinderella story. And then I feel like there's another piece of the song kind of gets into talking about just a girl coming up in 2.
Yeah, and it's like a little Fantasia reference at the second verse too. I was always hearing that song on the radio when I was a kid, so I felt like that it went perfect with the beat too and the melody and the sound. When it comes to that whole topic though, it's just like, I always like to flip the switch on myself. I don't like to just complain about things and look at, like, argue with everybody. I like to put myself in both characters, like, and I understand shit. So, like, with the girls, I feel like they understand me enough for me to explain to them, like, everything, you know? Things that they don't even hear, things that they won't see. I mean, you ever hear about things and you never see it? Shit like that, like, shit that people won't really even say.
Why did you start the album with Thug Love?
Thug Love is just like it's a vibe that controls the themes to the whole album, I feel like. Because on the cover, as you can see, it's a guitar. The first album had a piano. It's like different vibes though. It could go from a acoustic to electric to like a straight bass sounding guitar, you know. It's all type of different sounds so that it doesn't sound like just a guitar. Because even in the piano album on the first part, it's like every song is a piano, but it don't really sound like it because I'm blending it into a way where it sounded like the piano was like a flute or something, you know?
You got co-producer on this album on a lot of songs. Is that why? Because you went in and started coming with different samples and ideas.
Yeah, when you get in yourself, it's like, it get crazy when you get in yourself and really like experiment on your sound. That's when it get interesting. And that's why I was like, damn, people should really try this shit.
Right.
And have fun with they art. Like, it's not even music no more at the end of the day. It's like, it's art because people visualize this in their head while they listening to it. They have fun to it, but then you gotta make that type of music where it's like they really sitting down and going through it and gotta have a little pain reliever for themselves, and that could be your songs.
You picked up the guitar on this and started playing around with it?
Yeah, when you, it's the vibe you get with the guitar. I feel like it's addicting. You can't stop hearing that sound. It's like, especially when you're hitting like a high note or E minor note or some shit. It's like, I don't know about other people, but my opinion, that's perfect.
Well, a lot of people say the guitar, isn't that the instrument they say is most like the human voice a little bit? Because you can bend it and bend the notes a little bit more than you can with other instruments?
Yeah, it depends on how you're using it, yeah.
Are you start taking it serious and like getting lessons and all that?
I ain't started taking lessons and none of that. I'm learning on how to really teach myself. I'd rather teach myself than other people to teach me, because it's like everybody got their own way of doing it. And I don't want to learn of another person's like best way of using it, because I could be having like a whole nother way, you know, that works out for me.
Hit 'Em Up, Trap Manny. That's a fire record.
I ain't gonna lie, that's like my favorite song on it when it comes to the trap shit. I ain't never make a trap song like that ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this sound like,
it's a whole new, like, it's a new wave, I feel like. I don't know if I'm bugging, but that shit is fire.
who produced it?
My man Joe from Mayo and D-Lo. Yeah, I wasn't a part of that. One. I wish. That sound crazy. Sound like Metro on that thing.
When you get into like Might Not Give Up, Numbers, Stain, Hit 'Em Up, DTB for Life, that sequence on this album, that's crazy. Numbers got Roddy Ricch on it, Gunna, and London. You got the Baby on Stain, Might Not Give Up with Young Thug.
That took me a minute putting that together too, man.
Which one?
That sequence, the whole sequence, because there's so much different vibes.
Yeah, but they go.
Yeah. After a while, I was like, yo, it don't even matter where I put them. It does, but
they go together.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense.
Hell yeah.
And then you switch the whole shit up after shouting out your brothers on DTB for Life and Calm Down, Summer Walker.
Yeah. I know the ladies wanted that, so.
Talk to me about getting Summer Walker on this album, how that happened.
Yeah, my man London on the track, that's my brother, so it's like, that was automatic. My first time I remember being like around her, we was in a studio in Vegas, and me and London was just cooking up back to back. And she was in the other room cooking up, so that's the first time we made a song too, on her album. So that connected perfect. When I needed this, she came just right on time with it.
So this wasn't something that you guys had from the time you was on her album. Y'all made something brand new for this.
Oh, nah, this is something brand new, yeah. She sent me a whole new song. This is later on down the road, like probably even a month ago type shit.
Let's get into Stain with the Baby, track 6. What's this about?
Man, Staying is just like, I was in Atlanta. That explains that right there. I was in Atlanta. And you know, there's a lot of that going on in Atlanta where it's just...
Slap.
Yeah. You see motherfucking drums on the table.
Yeah.
Band in the motherfucking studio and shit. Come through with the band.
Every time you drop a project, your joint is top 5, #1 in Apple Music. Your fans is streaming. You've built over the last, what?
Yeah, 4 years in.
It's only 4 years.
4 years in, it don't even feel like it. It feels like it's going too fast. That's what I'm saying, man. I gotta take a little sit back and just watch everything real quick while I'm taking care of other business and come back.
But you said it's hard for you to stop too long.
Yeah, I can't stop too long. Yeah, whenever I take a break, it's not really gonna be a break. It's more of just a change, you know? Just a change in myself and just to get better.
How many artists come to you now, like, you know, because you write hits, man? How many?
Yeah. I don't really like to write for people. I don't like writing for people because it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm selfish.
Right. If you got a hit, you want that
I'm selfish.
shit.
Yeah, I want that.
But you'll let them feature on your shit. Because that
Yeah,
happens
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Because I'm a music head. I like good music and putting work together. That's why it's features on this from the start. Because it's like, first of all, I wanted space in the album. It's 20 songs. I don't want people just hearing me for 20 songs straight. I want to space it out, and then it's like people gotta hear. They gotta hear that other voice to want to hear you again.
When you sound different, Calm Down and Another Day Gone with Khalid don't sound like the previous 8 records before that. Good Girls Gone Bad don't sound like that. By the time you get to Blood on My Denim and Ride or Die, or R.O.D. Ride or Die, them sound different. Big shit. Then right back, and then you get into the Uzi Vert thing.
It's vibes. It's vibes. I don't want nobody just staying too still on the album and one move for the whole album. I want you to be able to listen to it when you're happy, when you're sad, you mad, any type of mood. For me, it's a mood on there. For whatever's on your mind, it's a mood on there.
Tell me about mood swings.
Mood swings is just like, it expresses me in general. Like, that's my whole character. I have mood swings. I wake up feeling this way for me. Go to sleep feeling another way.
That's common though.
Yeah.
But not everybody got a microphone and a guitar and,
Yeah.
you know, piano and songwriting ability to get that shit out.
Yeah, and people go to sleep more than me too, so they don't.
You don't sleep?
Nah, I go to sleep, yeah, but, you know, we got to stay up a little extra. If I stay up motherfucker 6 in the morning, wake up 12 o'clock, feel me? Get back to it. It's all like a little cycle, so as much time as we get, we got to take control of that.
When you go into songwriter album creation mode, are you doing anything else or is it always just focused on that?
Nah, it's a process in that where you gotta really have fun sometimes. You can't just be in the studio every single day. Even if you're in there for 30 days, 60 days straight. After that, you gotta go to somewhere, go to the movies, somewhere, go out. For me, like, go experience something. Even if it's bad, like, you gotta experience stuff to really put that out there in your music. If you're not experiencing nothing, like, everything in your music is just melodies and sounds and, I mean, like, fun songs. I got like probably like 5 to 8 fun songs on my album when it comes to jumping around, trappish vibes.
Yeah.
But I'm mainly into like just the songs, you know?
Like Good Girls Gone Bad.
Yeah, Good Girls. That's like a different vibe though. I ain't even expect to get on that vibe. I ain't gonna lie. It's like jazz, blues, Ray Charles, Michael Jackson, everything in there. At the same time, it's having like hip hop and R&B. So I feel like, man, I don't know where that's gonna go, but I see something in that one. That one is crazy.
So did you produce this one too?
That was Jahan Sweet on that one. My voice was in it in the beat, because while he was making the beat, I was like, yo, let me just try something real quick. And I did like a little humming thing on the beat, and we just rocked with it.
Hey, Boogie, how did you get Khalid? How did you and him, he's an amazing songwriter. You're an amazing, how did you guys build a relationship?
That was an amazing one right there, because that's another one people don't expect. Even the first time we even connected on that Right Back joint.
Right. Where he had, that was some New York, that was his New York remix, right?
Exactly. Like he wanted me to set that New York vibe for that. So I wanted him to set a different vibe for my album, you know? And I feel like it's a good combination when it comes to me and him dropping songs like back to back. And they both calm feelings, but this is like a more of a lovish calm feeling, like more of a love song.
Have you guys talked, and do you have other songs, you and Khalid, that we haven't heard?
We don't got no more songs yet, but we've been in the studio together and we linked up a few times, yeah. So it's coming up.
That's like a best of both worlds. That's a, you know.
Yeah, man, that's different right there. Because I'm trying to step into that type of lane too, because it's like, even though I'm, you know, hip hop and R&B, right? Like everybody would say, I feel like hip hop and R&B ain't that no more. I feel like it's rock. I mean, hip hop and
it's everything.
Yeah. So I want people to see that that's what we are and respect us for that lane that we're trying to get into. Because some people don't open the doors for us, and that's whack. Because if another person could like make the hip hop charts, like why can't I make the, for me?
Well, that's how they tried to do Lil Nas X. Try to yank him off the country charts.
That's crazy. It's crazy how much you got to fight to really open the door.
Yeah.
For me. Like, some people don't want to take it that far. Like, that's crazy.
Well, some of it is racist, straight up. And some of it is just like the fusion and blending of genres You have purists, even in hip hop. Like it happens in hip hop, right? Where you'll have like, you know, someone makes a new style of hip hop and you got people being like, yo, that ain't hip hop. And you're like, why it's not hip hop? Because it sound different. But you know, man, when I was young and super young in the game and falling in love with hip hop, man, you had house records. You had, you know, people sampling rock records, jazz records, like you said, gospel records, you know, electronic. You know, people forget all of that shit has already been done in hip hop.
Yeah, I feel like if we bringing that type of sound back to life anyway, why not respect it enough to really put us on that, for me, on that wall right there? Or we gotta get up in there.